me if you can.
Dad, Grandpa!
Of fun places in Sunny Sands, but one of the best is Miss Smiley's Cafe on the pier. Now today, Mrs. McQuisket had come to do some baking.
Oh, it's so exciting having you in my cafe, Mrs. McQuisket.
Mrs. McQuisket was a famous TV cook.
On my television show, Mrs. McQuisket Cooks for the Country, I bake cakes in shapes, Miss Smiley. So I am going to be making Sunny Sands shapes.
Oh, lovely.
I am going to be making a good many cakes in shapes because I am going to be making the whole of Sunny Sands in cake.
You mean the lighthouse and the beach hut and Mr. Whoops's shop and my cafe?
Yes, all of that, dear, all of that.
Oh, everyone will be so excited to see that, Mrs. McQuisket.
Yes, this was the day of the Great Big Sunny Sands Cake Bake.
Now, I'm going to need bigger cake tins. And there's not nearly enough flour here, Miss Smiley, for the whole of Sunny Sands.
That's no problem. Mr. Whoops, my husband, he's going to be helping us today. Well, he's on his way here right now with more flour.
And just then the door flew open and there he was.
My lovely jubbly hubby.
Wonder wife of mine.
Mr. Whoops is called Mr. Whoops because he's always having little accidents.
How could I be so clumsy?
Would you mind passing me the bandages, please, Mrs. McWhiskit?
Meanwhile, back at the mill on the marsh, I was playing the Captain Dumbletwit game with Grandpa.
6 extra turn, whoopee!
Suddenly we heard...
It's Mr. Whoops!
Mr. Whoops needed some big cake tins.
Be careful, Mr. Whoops.
She's making the whole of Sunny Sands out of cake shears. I think she'll need more help.
I'll come, I can help.
Oh, good idea, Josh. Put some of the tins in your backpack.
I'll go tell Grandpa.
I can't come to the cafe today because I'm off to my flamenco class.
Oh, I did wonder. Well, what if I come by and pick Grandpa up later? I'm sure he'll want to see the whole of Sunny Sands in cake.
The whole of Sunny Sands in cake? Well, this I must see.
It'll be brilliant.
But if Mr. Whoops is involved in Mrs. McQuisket's Great Big Sunny Sands cake bake, she's going to need all the help she can get.
Not the shrinking cap, Grandpa!
Catch me if you can!
When Grandpa shrinks, as you know, he can make all kinds of magical things happen. He can fly out of the window in my toy helicopter. He can drive around in my cousin Jason's car. But today, he was going to travel in a different way.
Josh!
Jump, Grandpa, quick!
Mr. Whoops is waiting, Josh. Oh, Grandpa must have gone for a little lie down.
But of course, Grandpa hadn't gone for a little lie down. He was in my backpack. And off we went together in Mr. Whoops's car to Miss Smiley's cafe. In the cafe, Grandpa was hiding on a shelf. Mrs. McWhiskit had already baked quite a lot of Sunny Sands and cake, and Mr. Whoops and Miss Smiley were getting the table ready for the display.
Another egg. I need another egg.
I'm on it.
And Mr. Whoops ran to get an egg, but yes, you've guessed. The egg flew towards Grandpa, but Grandpa pushed it away, and into the mixing bowl it went.
Well, at least it landed in the right place.
Grandpa quickly hid.
Oh, yeah, could you just pass me one of those bandages, please, Mrs. McWhiskey?
How many more times, Miss Smiley?
Mrs. McWhiskit was about to see Grandpa, so he did this. Mrs. McWhiskit picked the bandage up and threw it to Miss Smiley.
I'll just take Mr. Whoops into the kitchen to put on his bandage.
Shall I get the eggshell out of the bowl?
Thank you. What a smart boy.
Grandpa was standing in a pool of eggs. But just then, Mrs. McWhiskit put some sugar in. How was I going to get Grandpa out without Mrs. McWhiskit seeing him? And then in went the butter. I had to think of something. Mrs. McWhiskit was about to turn on the mixer. Then I had an idea.
Oh no!
What? What is it now?
I've dropped the eggshells on the floor. Don't tread on them.
Oh, goodness, boy. There's no need to be quite so upset. I'm used to people having little accidents around here.
And while Mrs. McWhiskit picked up the eggshell, I quickly got Grandpa out of the mixer. He needed to hide, as Mr. Whoops and Miss Smiley were coming back.
Well, now, Mr. Whoops, I think it would be better for you if you went and had a cup of tea with Grandpa at the mill, as far away from me as possible.
Oh, yes. You could bring Grandpa back with you.
I think that's a good idea. I don't think I've ever had so many little accidents. Whoops!
Oh, Mr. Whoops!
This was a disaster. I couldn't let Mr. Whoops go to the mill to get Grandpa because Grandpa wasn't at the mill. He was here. I needed an idea, and fast.
Hey, wait! Why don't we make some little people out of icing? People that live in Sunny Sands. You're so good at making things, Mr. Whoops.
Mr. Whoops really is ever so good at making things.
Well, as long as he makes things as far away from me as possible.
So I took Mr. Whoops into the storeroom with the icing, and Miss Smiley came too with the bandage. With Mr. Whoops out of the way, Mrs. McWhiskit was able to get to work on the icing, and soon the great big Sunny Sands cake bake was on display.
There, at last, a triumph. The whole of Sunny Sands in cake.
Oh, Mrs. McWhiskit, it is wonderful. Now all we need are the people.
Just then, we came out of the storeroom.
We've got the people. Here they are.
Goodness me, it's an Egyptian mummy.
I went to find Grandpa as quickly as I could.
Whoops! Oh,
Mr. Whoops arranged all the people.
Mr. Mentor. Aunt Loretta. Oh, look, it's Grandpa. Miss Smiley. There you are.
Oh, Mr. Whoops.
And me.
Get Miss Smiley and Mr. Whoops into the kitchen. I want to be alone with Mrs. McWhiskit. We can't have her being horrid to poor Mr. Whoops.
Okay.
Well, what do you think?
They're different, but the cake is what's really important. Oh, now I've a few finishing touches to make.
Why don't we leave you alone to do that?
Oh, that's a very good idea. Come along, Mr. Whoops.
And off we went to the kitchen, leaving Grandpa to put his plan into action. He jumped off the shelf, then climbed up the table leg.
Where's my piping bag?
While Mrs. McWhiskit went to get her piping bag, Grandpa hid the model of himself and stood in its place.
Anyone can make little people out of icing, even someone who keeps having little accidents.
Oh, no, they can't.
Who said that?
I did. Mr. Whoops is brilliant at making things. Who else could have made such lifelike figures, eh?
Yes, certainly lifelike.
Mr. Whoops is a genius. And if I were you, I'd say sorry to him for being so horrid and so bossy.
Oh, right.
And let him know how grateful you are for all his help.
Well, I am.
And I suggest you hurry before all the others come to life. You don't want Loretta after you, do you?
No, I don't. Mr. Whoops! Mr. Whoops! Whoops!
Oh, Mrs. McWhiskey!
Oh, dear. Let me help you up with some whiskey. Here we are. That's it.
Thank you. Now, I want to say sorry for being bossy, you know, and to thank you both for helping, especially you, Mr. Whoops. Your little figures give the Sunny Sands world of cake such life. You are very talented.
No, you're the talented one.
No, it's you.
No, you.
No, really, it's you.
Wonderful. Now I'll go and get Grandpa. Come on, Josh.
As soon as we got to the mill, I ran upstairs. I took Grandpa out of the backpack.
Cap off, Grandpa, quick as you can.
Oh, we did it, Josh. We proved to Mrs. McWhiskett that Mr. Whoops is brilliant. She won't be bossy around him anymore.
No, she won't. And it's all because of teamwork.
Teamwork.
Oh, you're up, Grandpa. Just as well. Mr. Whoops is waiting to take you to see the great Sunny Sands cake bake.
Oh, I think I'll just stay at home if he doesn't mind. I do feel rather tired.
Oh, you miss out on all the fun. What's that all over your cardigan? Sugar? Oh, anyone would think you'd been baking, Grandpa.
family in Hairy Land, and we're the Hairy Fairies, telling all the stories
And the singing in a band.
We had a little accident with our magic and turned the world hairy.
Oh, how tragic!
We ran out of spells in our hairy fairy tree.
But they don't care.
They love to be hairy. The ha-ha Hairies, finding all the laughter in Hairy Land. Ma, Pa,
And Minnie.
and don't forget there's Nana.
And Chihuahua, the hairy pet.
But up on the hill in Chateau Shampoo, there's Boris Boo-hoo.
And Boise, too.
Boris is trouble, you wait and see. But they don't care, they love to be hairy. The ha-ha Hairies. I tell you what, Wiggy, that ride has made me really hungry.
Every ride makes me hungry. Oh, hello.
Oh, hi.
What shall we have for tea?
I don't know.
Hairy berry cake.
Or maybe hairy pear cake.
No, I know. Hairy hedgenut cake.
Hey, that reminds me.
It reminds me too. Oh, there was a cake day in Hairyland.
Oh, you've got to hear this one. One day we were flying around Hairyland looking for adventure.
Picky, popper, picky, popper, picky, popper, picky, 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 popper me round Hairyland, round Hairyland.
I am Quick.
And I am Wiggy
With a hairy fairy band! Woo! We reached the Ha-Ha Hairy's garden just as Ma arrived home in the Fluffer-Puffer poop.
We landed in the bumblebee bush.
Watch out!
Pa and Minnie were very excited to see Ma back.
And so was Chihuahua.
Ma was excited too. She had a plan to make everyone happy. Well, you know what Ma's like.
Ha-ha. She's got a heart of gold.
A heart of gold.
A heart of gold. She's always having fun
There's fun for everyone.
under the hairy sun. She's got a heart of gold.
Ma's got a heart of gold.
A heart of gold. Yes, Ma had brought all the things you need for a special treat. Woohoo!
Because today was the day to bake a Ha-Ha Hairy cake.
Up on the hill at Chateau Shampoo, someone was watching. Can you guess who? Boris Boo-hoo, what's he gonna do? Boris saw Ma getting ready to make the Ha-Ha Hairy cake.
He wanted cake too. Hairy apple cake.
So he rang the Boise bell.
And Boise came running.
Boris told Boise to go to the hairy apple orchard and pick some hairy apples.
And to come back straight away.
Back at the Ha-Ha Hairies' house, Pa had the same idea as Boris.
Hairy apples. They needed hairy apples for the cake.
Minnie Ha-Ha said she would go and pick some hairy apples.
So off she went to the hairy apple orchard.
Boise was already in the hairy apple orchard picking hairy apples when who should come along but...
Minnie Ha-Ha.
And Boise did what he always does when he sees Minnie.
Boise gave Minnie lots of the hairy apples he just picked. Minnie was really happy.
She invited him to join the cake making, and off they went.
Boris had been watching through the hairy starey, and he was furious. If he couldn't make a cake, he'd just have to get cake another way.
So what he needed was a plan. Boris needs a plan, he needs a plan as quick as he can. He needs to plan a big surprise.
He needs to plan his next disguise.
What'll it be?
What'll it be?
What'll it be?
Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico, the most famous chef in Hairyland.
Back at the Ha-Ha Hairies' house,
Ma was sifting flour.
and Pa was weighing hairy berries. But just then,
There was a knock at the door.
Pa was so surprised to see Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico, the most famous chef in Hairyland.
First, Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico wanted to check the hairy berries. He was about to taste one when...
Gukama blah blah!
It was Nana, with a whole basket of hairy pears.
And when Nana saw Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico, she twiddled his moustache. And I tried to copy her.
Get off! Watch!
Only Quiff doesn't have a moustache.
And so the big cake make began. They're gonna make a hairy cake.
They're gonna mix it.
Gonna mash it, and there's no time to waste.
Add a little bit of this.
And a little bit of that. And now it's time for a taste. Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico tasted the cake mixture.
Ooh. And again, and again, and again.
And the Ha-Ha Hairies were waiting to see if he liked it.
And they saw he'd eaten the whole lot.
He said it needed more hairy hedge nuts and hairy berries.
So they started all over again.
They're gonna make a hairy cake.
They're gonna mix it.
Gonna mash it, and there's no time to waste.
Add a little bit of this.
And a little bit of that. And now it's time for a taste. And Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico tasted the cake mixture.
And again, and again, and...
And the Ha-Ha Hairies waited to see if he liked it. And... So they started all over again. They're gonna make a hairy cake.
They're gonna mix it,
Gonna mash it, gonna put it in the tin.
add a little more of this.
And a little more of that. So open up the oven and put that ha-ha hairy cake
In.
But Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico had eaten so much cake mixture, he needed to go outside.
He was feeling very, very sick.
And Chihuahua knew that it wasn't Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico. It was Boris.
Back in the house, the cake was ready to decorate.
It was time to put the ha-ha into the hairy cake.
Yep, time to make it funny. And who better to help than Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico?
So Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico put hairy pears round the cake.
But Pa made it funnier by using them as ears.
Then Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico gave the cake hairy berry eyes.
But Ma made it funnier by drawing on silly glasses.
Then Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico used the carrot as a mouth.
But Nana made it funnier by using it as a nose.
And at last the cake was done.
And it was hilarious.
It was time to eat it. The others went inside to get plates and spoons.
Now was Boris's chance to get that cake.
He couldn't resist the carrot nose. But just then, Chihuahua did this.
Oh, nits! Can you guess what had happened?
Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico had left his Mustachio Magnifico on the cake.
Now everyone would see it was Boris. So off he ran as fast as his skinny malinky legs would carry him.
All thanks to Chihuahua.
The Ha-Ha Hairies came back outside. They were sad Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico had gone.
And then they saw it. Good old Monsieur Mustachio Magnifico. What a great chef.
The Ha-Ha Hairy cake wasn't just hairy. It was the funniest cake they'd ever made. Back at Chateau Shampoo, Boris, covered in cake, was not happy.
But then that kind of serves him right for being so greedy.
Boo!
We've been so busy telling this story, we haven't made our cake.
You're right! Quick, come on, hairy berry cake, right?
Right. Actually, didn't we say hairy pear cake?
Hairy hedge nut, that was it.
What about hairy pear and hairy hedge nut?
Or even hairy pear, hairy berry and hairy hedge nut.
Or hairy apple?
The Ha-Ha
Hairies!
Mist. Sheepdog Tales.
Yes, it's today. It's today.
This morning, Mist is very excited
Everyone, I'm here.
because it is her birthday.
Hello? Mum? Jake? Swift?
Ah, Mist, there you are. I've been wondering when you'd appear.
Where's everyone else? You remember what today is, don't you?
Of course. It's Saturday.
No, I meant that it's my...
Anyway, I'm glad you're here. I think the boss needs you on the far field.
But it's my
It's
birthday.
Winnie. She's got clackety hoof splat.
Clackety what?
Hoof splat. She needs moving to the small paddock.
OK, Auntie Swift.
Has she gone?
Yes, Gail, you can come out now. You can all come out. Fern,
I'm here.
Ernie,
I can't believe she fell for it.
Jake.
Whoopa! Miss should be out of the way for a while then.
Which means we can get on with her surprise birthday present. Ta-da!
An empty bowl. I'm sure she'll be thrilled.
It's up to us to fill it, Fern. We're going to make her a cake.
Oh, what a good idea.
First, we need milk.
Righto. I'll go and get that from the dairy farm.
Then we need an egg.
Janet the hen should be able to sort us out with that.
And then a carrot.
Carrot cake. Vegetable patch it is.
And finally, flour.
What? Are you sure?
Yes, Jake, flour.
If you say so.
Fly, I need you to keep watch and warn me if Mist comes back.
Righto, Auntie Swift. I'll wait on the lane.
Now, I just sit back and wait for it to be filled.
Jake was first to find his food for the cake.
Flour. Aha!
However...
One flower.
No, Jake. Flour. The white powdery stuff. It's in the kitchen.
Oh, righto, kitchen it is.
In the vegetable patch, Gail searched for the carrot.
No, that's a bean. Ah, a carrot. Soon get him out.
Ah, Gail.
There, Swift. One fresh carrot. Now that I've done my bit, I'm going to get Mist another special present. A birthday song from her friends, the Exmoor Ponies. Cheerio!
Right. Flour from the kitchen, Jake. Flour. The, white powdery stuff. Can't really go wrong. Ooh! Sausages! Well, she did say flour, not sausages. Oh, what the devil? No, Miss Want. Oh, oh, that's so good. Oh, lovely. Oop, Swift, I've got something brilliant for your cake.
What?
It's, oh, blast, I ate it. It's all right, plenty more where they came from.
And as Jake returned to the sausage, along came an egg.
Oh, I'm on my way to help with the cake for Miss.
That's right, Janet. Straight on.
With Fern behind me, I simply couldn't resist.
Come on, keep up.
I'll sit on the bowl and plop out an egg. Lay away.
I wanted an egg, Fern, not the whole chicken.
We'll just sit Janet on the bowl until she lays one.
Meanwhile, out in the ewes field...
Morning, Miss. I've come to take you to the paddock, Winnie.
Me?
Why? Because of your clackety hoof splat.
I haven't got clackety hoof splat. Never even heard of it.
I've heard of splattery clack hoof.
And hoofety clunge splack. In fact, I have a touch of it now. Oh, Swift must have got muddled up. See you.
Right, you are not going to eat this one, Jake. This is for Mist's cake. Remember that? Oh, Mist's cake. Oh, that's delicious, that is.
Oh, come on, Janet.
I'm sorry, I can't lay when I'm being watched.
I'm back, Swift! Oh, plops, I've eaten it again.
As Jake struggled with his sausage, Fly kept watch for Mist.
Oh, that's it. Watch out, Auntie Swift. Mist is coming back.
Oh dear. Oh, no, hurry up. Hide the bowl.
Hello, Mist.
Hi, Fly. What's up?
Oh, nothing's up, Mist. Nothing's up.
Swift, I think you got mixed up. Is everything all right?
Yes, of course.
Not hiding anything at all.
Winnie hasn't got clackety hoof splat.
Ah, I didn't mean Winnie. I meant,
McPherson!
Yes. He's got, what is it he's got?
Greasy fleecy whoopsieitis.
What the diddly dough is that?
Shush, Janet.
Who said that?
It was,
It was,
perhaps it was,
It was,
It was me.
Helen, brilliant.
Yes, I thought I saw a mouse in my stable, so I screamed out, "What the diddly dough is that?" Right.
Well, off you go then. Greasy fleecy whoopsieitis waits for no ram.
Okay.
I think we got away with it. Right, back to the kitchen, third time lucky.
Do you think it'll be sometime this week, Janet?
I'm doing my best. You should have got Heather. They just fall out of her.
Watch out, Janet, a fox!
Oh, I did one.
Ah, thank you, Janet. I'll take her back home. And see if you can find anything else for the cake. It's not looking so good. On my way. Thank you, Fern.
All right, Mum?
Ah, Ernie.
I got the milk from the cows, Mum. Look.
Ah, good job, Ernie, lad.
Out on Exmoor, Gale was delighted to have found the famous singing ponies.
Ahoy there! Is that our favourite sheepdog, Mist? All together now! Oh, the mist rolls in and the mist rolls out. You can never see a thing with your whiskers or your snout when the mist rolls up. Oh, it's not Mist after all.
Oh, that's right. I'm her mum, Gail.
Oh, we've got a song about a gale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Blow, 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 blow that gale as big as a whale.
Oh, that's very nice, thank you, but what I really need is a birthday song.
Well, just so happens we know a very good birthday song.
Would you like us to teach you?
Oh, yes, please.
As Gale learned a birthday song, the birthday girl caught up with the rams.
Afternoon, McPherson. How are you feeling?
Miserable! But otherwise, pretty good, thank you.
But haven't you got greasy fleecy whoopsieitis?
No, I have not got greasy fleecy whoopsieitis.
Things are beginning to smell funny.
On the cliffs, Fern struggled to find more food.
Just to see rocks and grass.
And the seal. Hello!
I can hardly put you in a cake, Sven. We've got carrot, egg and milk. What else could we add?
Aha! I know! Catch!
Oh, for goodness sake.
Okay, Jakey boy, this is it. Make or break. I am not going to eat it. Ta-da!
A sausage? I told you to get flour. This is all going a bit wrong.
And things got worse as all the animals offered their favourite food for the cake. The ewes gave silage, Helen gave hay, Fern added Sven's fish, and Jake found...
A nice big bit of slate. Oh, it's good for your teeth, you know.
Whatever next?
Feathers!
Oh, no.
It'll be the icing on the cake. Oh, watch out, everyone! Mist is coming!
Oh, no, but Gail's not back.
Don't panic. I'm here.
Quick, teach us the song.
Too late for that. Just watch me for the changes and try and keep up.
Oh, here she is. Quick, everyone in position.
Swift, clackety hoofsplat, greasy fleecy whoopsieitis. What has been
Happy birthday, Mist!
Wow!
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It is your birthday, so happy returns from Swift, Fly, and Ernie, and Gail, Jake, and Fern. Happy birthday to you, Mist, and make no mistake, we have made you a great birthday cake.
Ooh! What sort of cake is that?
It's a carrot, sausage, silage, hay and fish cake.
With feathers.
Well, thank you very much. The song was brilliant and the cake looks very special.
Go on, Mist. Eat it.
Get stuck in.
Try the silage.
Go on, eat it. That's it. Here you go.
Feathers on your
Go on,
chin,
have a
Mist.
taste.
Oh, OK, if you're sure. It's a bit whiffy.
Mist!
But just at that moment, the boss arrived with his present.
What? Another cake?
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, coming, boss! Coming!
Come on, Mist. Happy birthday.
Oh, it's delicious.
Yeah, but what about our one?
I'm sure your one is nicer, but I don't like to hurt the boss's feelings.
Suit yourself. Jake, it's all yours.
Woohoo! Okay, silage. Oh, now it wasn't just an egg that Janet laid, was it? That's tart. Here, Mist. Save me some of yours and I'll save you some of mine.
Might be a bit of a problem with that, Jake. Oh, that was delicious.
And we'll be here again to see Mist on Windcutter Down.